Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Steelers beat writer. Feels like it's a weekly appearance, Ed. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, Dan, and so far it has been.
What do we know about Antonio Brown's absence from practice?
Well, they didn't practice Monday. They come in for meetings. It's required. They come in for meetings, and they 45 minutes in the locker room. They're supposed to talk to us, and it's a short day for them. But he blew it off. Now Tuesdays are off days for the players. A lot come in anyway to watch film and stuff. Wednesday they start practicing, and he is in there right now at the facility.
Was there a reason given for his absence?
Well, his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said it was a personal reason, but nobody informed the Steelers that he would be absent. So I think that's an agent trying to make a better light of why he missed practice. I think, hey, nobody knows for sure, but I think he just blew it off because he's been upset. It was obvious on Sunday how upset he was.
Okay, why is he upset? I know he had words with the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we don't know that because they're certainly trying to get him the ball. They've targeted him 33 times now. He's only caught about half of those, and his average is 8.9 a catch. I believe he averaged like 15 last year. So, and he only has one touchdown catch. He didn't look very happy when Ben. It was a pass play, but he scrambled and dove into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown that brought them within 5 of Kansas City with 2 minutes left last week. Everybody was over there congratulating Ben, and Antonio just looked like he was sulking coming off the field.
Because he wanted the ball? Like, I don't know how.
Always wants the ball, Dan. Always wants the ball.
Even though you scored a touchdown?
Yes, he's done that before.
Oh. Okay, how big of an issue are these issues locally? Because, nationally, we're always curious with the Steelers because they have the potential to go to the Super Bowl every year. I'm just curious, is this just sort of the norm in Pittsburgh, or is this a big deal in Pittsburgh?
Well, it seems to happen once a year with Antonio. Last year he threw a big fit in Baltimore, just was going crazy, tossed over the Gatorade bucket, and that was because he felt he was open and Ben threw somewhere else. It happened. It seems to happen once a year anyway. But it went a step further when he responded to the one fellow, trade me, let's see what happens. And then he didn't show up Monday. That ramped it up a little bit more, Dan. And Mike Tomlin then yesterday said, I am going to speak with him, and that may be happening right now.
What's the biggest question you have for Mike Tomlin right now?
Well, I'd like to know what he's going to do to try and, get this under control. It hasn't worked in the past, whatever he's done. Antonio has this, for lack of a better word, a photographer following him everywhere. And he has access that nobody else has. And he was sitting on the bench at the game on Sunday. Now, I heard somebody shoot him away, but he has better access. In fact, I asked one of our photographers, do you have that kind of access? He said, they would tase me first.
But is this a videographer or is this a reality show?
Yeah, you can see it now. He puts it on Instagram and stuff like that. And, he follows them everywhere. And I don't know. I mean, Belichick banned a guy for Brady last year. I think Mike Tomlin might want to start right there.
Got a Le'Veon Bell update for me?
That was put on the back burner by this whole thing, Dan.
Yeah.
It's been forgotten. I'm following him through TMZ now, Dan. He's partying down there in South Florida. He's jet skiing, and unless the photos are out of whack, it looks like he's added a few pounds too.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's enjoyed the off season so far here, but
doesn't look like a guy ready to come in anytime soon, Dan.
No, does not. If the Steelers don't make the playoffs, ...
Yes. Oh, you're asking me what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to make a move with their head coach. I mean, you've been around long enough to remember Chuck Noll and how long they stuck with him, even though he didn't make the playoffs 7 of 8 years. Now he won 4 Super Bowls. But, Bill Cowher, he went through 3 straight non-playoff years, including 2 losing seasons, and they responded by giving him a contract extension. He lasted 15 years. This is 12 for Mike. Maybe they sit down and have some discussions about some personnel changes and coaching staff and on the team, but I don't foresee any change at the head coaching spot.
Here's our poll question. I'll leave you with this, Ed. If you were a player, would you rather play for Bill Belichick or Mike Tomlin?
Let me just say this. Chad Brown was a Steelers draft choice back in the 90s. He left free agency, went to Seattle, and he wound up in New England. And then he came back here for a cup of coffee, and I asked him that question. I said, what's Bill Belichick like to play for? He said, I love him. I love the guy. He's on point with everything. Mike Tomlin is probably more fun to play for. But Belichick seems to be more Noll-like to me in Noll's early years when he didn't take any guff.
Probably talk to you next week, Ed. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we'll see what more drama we can come up with, Dan.
All right. Ed Bouchette, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.